as a teenage art thief on.
One of the most brazen art heists in U.S. history went down in an unlikely place.
A scene so unbelievable, one would think it was a movie.
We were taking our cues from film and TV.
4 middle-class college students decided to become art thieves.
The crime shocked Lexington and became one of the city's most notorious, the Transylvania book heist.
We were all 19 years old.
Some of it was just so amateurish. I mean, my grandkids could have done a better job.
I trained the gun on his face.
He's pointing a gun at Chaz. Chaz is pointing a gun at him.
And everything kind of came together and came crashing down at that moment. My name is Chaz Allen, and when I was 19 years old, I was involved in one of the largest art heists in American history.
That's crazy.
The biggest question
Nigga was
everybody has when
19
they
doing
hear this
that.
headline is, how do 4 normal, seemingly happy college guys decide?
You know how much I pay for college? For like one, I go to community college, but still, I get, hold on. I gotta remember, I'm paying $3,000 for classes right now, right? FAFSA's paying half, and I'm paying the other half. Then, next semester, I gotta pay another $3K, so that's $6K. Then I gotta pay another $3K for my 3rd semester. Then my 4th semester, I gotta pay another $3K. So that's $12K. Transfer and pay more money while in college. Like, of course I'll steal art. Like, what? I'm set for life.
Decide to become art thieves, right?
At 19, I was arrogant, brash, and
Yeah, his face
angry.
ain't mature at all. Nigga
My
just got
parents went through
buried.
divorce, and I found myself at odds.
He looked like Prince
You
Williams.
were bored.
If he didn't
You were a
go
little
bald.
bored.
Lexington is it's a small town, and it's the type of place where everyone seems to know everyone. I grew up with the other 3 guys, and we were each kind of going through tumultuous times. One of the guys, he was
Hard time.
actually an art student there at Transylvania. He said, "Hey, can you believe that there are books of paintings worth about $12 million in this one special collections room?
Oh.
What would it take to get those?"
Buried within the mud.
Oh. That's cool dumb.
Rusty manuscripts of the Special Collections Room
The
sits
special
more money
collection.
than you'd find in most bank vaults.
Transylvania University's Special Collections has a particular specialty in natural history books.
Natural history books.
We were actually watching
The origins of species by means of that shit's
we were actually
money.
watching heist films for inspiration and to kind of psych ourselves up to actually turn this fictional thing into reality. So the original idea to use disguises, it was actually an offshoot of an inspiration from the film Snatch. So in Snatch, they disguise themselves as Hasidic Jews. We kind of created a variation off of that. We came up with old men. We actually created facial putty masks, complete with makeup and wrinkles to make us look aged, bald caps, hats, and suits that we purchased from thrift stores.
Because you thought that would be inconspicuous in the library, although it was a college library. So
Dye your hair a different color. Wear glasses or something. Wear some contact lens. And you're good. These niggas went above and beyond. Like, it's a smart idea for an art museum, but a college library. Let's keep
not so
watching.
much.
We actually did a trial run wearing these costumes. We
Niggas
had to
did
walk
a
across
trial run.
the entire university lawn. We were kind of hobbling and limping, like acting like we were elderly people. And rather than being inconspicuous, our costumes had the opposite effect. We had to abort the mission.
That was the first plan.
After going through that first trial run, I really didn't even want to be involved at all, but I agreed to just drive the car.
Okay, he just became the
day
driver.
of, I picked up the van, came back, and picked up the other 2 guys who were planning on going into the Special Collection Library.
Okay.
It was a pretty solemn drive. We were just kind of alone with our thoughts. I felt like I was almost underwater. When we pull up to the Special Collections Library, we found a parking spot right next to the emergency exit. We had gone in ahead of time to actually cut the alarm on the exit escape. The art student at Transylvania was the lookout because we were worried that someone might recognize him. One of the guys went in. He had originally wanted to use a taser. We had kind of vetoed that. He was supposed to just talk to the librarian and let her know we're here for the books. So please just cooperate with us. It'll all be over soon.
Lipka says to Borsig, grab her hands. And then he's pressing the stun gun into my left arm.
I'm waiting in the van with the other guy, and he gets a call to come up to help carry out the books.
Gooch was stunned and tied up, and she told the Herald Leader that she realized immediately the library was being robbed.
I'm waiting, and it feels like it's taking forever. It was supposed to be in and out. Finally, I see one of the guys just kick open the door, running at full speed, and one of the assistant librarians was chasing after him. We open one of the side doors of the van. He dives into the van, and I hit the gas into oncoming traffic, running red lights, running stop signs. They open the backpacks, and we realize that they got all these things, like Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species, an illuminated manuscript from the 1400s, sketches from Audubon. We got away with roughly $1 million.
Still make bread off of it. They still make bread off of it.
Worth of rare books.
My name is Pat Murray.
He was going for the full thing.
I'm a retired police sergeant with the Lexington Police Department. I supervised the Transylvania book heist investigation. I gave them a lot of credit initially. I go, these guys have already come and gone. It's already on a plane. It's down the interstate. It's already sold. It's going to a buyer already. We'll never see this stuff again. The forensics people, they seized the librarian's computer because there had been some emails exchanged between the librarian and the suspect. Those emails came from Yahoo account, Walter Beckman.
That's his full name. That's
we
his
did
real
the preservation
name.
letter and then follow up with a search warrant. And about 10 days later, we got multiple CDs. Not only did we see the emails to the librarian setting up the appointments with her, there were other emails after the fact going to Christie's auction house in New York.
These niggas gotta be the worst thief ever.
When these guys wanted to take these stolen books to an auction house, I said, there's no way that will actually work. They were positive that Christie's was going to be able to sell the books.
When we saw Christie's auction house, it crossed state lines. We had to bring in the FBI.
Ah, man.
We had a conference call with Christie's auction house,
These
and
niggas
they
gotta
had
be the
video
worst thief.
of two of our suspects walking in.
The 2 guys that actually went into Christie's auction house for the meeting, their backstory was that they had a very wealthy relative, and they were there to sell the books on his behalf, and they had fake names and even made fake IDs to go with the fake names.
They're official with it.
I thought that
Got some long ass teeth.
The fake names.
His teeth are long as hell.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of a far reach myself. If I have $7 million worth of books, I'm not sending a 20-year-old to represent me. I have a son the same age, and he
I would have gone away with
attended
it.
local high school.
I ain't gonna lie,
There's
I would have
probably
gone
a
away
shot
with
that
it.
he might know one of these kids. So he looked at the photographs, instantly recognized Spencer Reinhardt.
Nigga got recognized by a high schooler.
And knew the kid of the other, who ended up being Warren Lipka.
Oh man.
One of them gave the cell phone number up. And of course,
man.
that was a huge mistake.
And I said, you mean the cell phone in your pocket that's registered to your name? I called his phone and I put it on speaker. His voicemail had his actual name. You know, hey, this is Spence, leave it. It was just a matter of time until we were actually caught. When the FBI actually arrested us, it was about 5.
If you are an aspiring art thief, take notes on how to steal shit.
6 o'clock in the morning.
Niggas got
My
caught at
girlfriend woke me
6
up
o'clock
and
in
she
the
was
morning.
screaming, Chaz, someone's in the house, someone's in the house. I ran over to the closet, grabbed a gun.
Oh man.
That's when I heard someone beating on the door. I'm standing at the top of the stairs with the gun trained at the bottom of the stairs. Next thing I know, someone in full SWAT gear comes through the doorway at the bottom of the stairs. And my first instinct is I trained the gun on his face, and we locked eyes for just a brief second.
I hear one of my guys challenging an individual on the stairs, tell him to drop the gun. And for whatever reason, my guy did not pull the trigger. Chaz put the gun aside.
That was
In that
God.
moment, I
Nah, that was God. Oh,
realized
Lord.
that I was caught, and I realized that we were going to prison.
I went downstairs, and that's where the books were found downstairs. I still got a visual image of those books and artwork being in duffel bags. And I looked through there, and I said, I think it's all here, guys. I think it's all here.
Eric Borsick, Warren Lipka, Spencer Reinhardt, and Chas Allen, the getaway driver, all pled guilty.
The men served 7 years in prison for their crime.
So according to the FBI, the heist that we committed is one of the most audacious art heists in American history.
He's using words that I do not know the meaning of. What the fuck does audacious mean?
Yet at the time, we were kids. We were 19 years old, and we made a lot of mistakes.
The sad part was
Yeah,
the
he'll
force
never
they
get
used
a
on the
job. I ain't gonna lie, he'll never get a job. He probably does have a job, but like anything in the art industry, he's not getting a
librarian,
job.
and the amount of psychological trauma inflicted on her. I had expectations of professional criminals when I first got into this case, and it was, even though it was very challenging, it was a little bit of a blow to feel I was dealing with amateurs.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the most dumbest shit I ever heard.